Okay, y'all, welcome to my first ever long form Q&A YouTube video. This is not my first, this is my second, but halfway through my first video, my sound went out, so there's no sense in even attempting to recover that. Y'all do not mind the setup that we got going on. I'm literally in my kitchen because we have zero space in this house, but I am going to have like a whole office in the new house, so y'all just bear with me for a little while, and this won't be the setup for long, basically. I asked questions on my Instagram story, and y'all came through with some questions. I said nothing is off limits. Y'all asked me whatever y'all want, and y'all did. Not going to have a long intro because one thing about it is I hate YouTube videos with a long intro, so we're just going to get right into it. A lot of people asked this question, and I did not think that this would have been the top asked question, but it most definitely was. This question was asked so many times, and it is, how did you know, or why are you one and done? Honestly, it's really a short and a sweet answer, and it is, you know when you're done having kids. Like, you just know. You have that, like, fulfillment in your heart where you just know that you're done. I will die on that hill that you know when you're done. And for me, after I had Landry, I knew I was done. I wanted 5 kids originally, but that was before I had any kids. So it's easy to say you want 5 kids when you don't even have one kid and you don't know what it's like. So I did have one kid, and very shortly after, literally like 24 hours after Landry was born, I was like, yes, my heart is full. I don't want any more kids. And I've stuck beside that for the last 3 years, and so has my husband. So, you know, we're both done. So I feel like it just like kind of aligns. We feel complete. A lot of people were asking when we were moving, and we just closed on the house today. Thank God. I'm filming this on January 29th, so we closed today. We should be moved in end of February, so in about 4 weeks. That's if the weather permits and the weather allows us to. Along with the moving question, a lot of people also asked, what did you decide on? Did you decide to build? Did you decide on going with the modular? What is the conclusion of what you were doing? Honestly, I'm still going to build in the future. 1000% I will be building my dream home. What we're about to move into is not my dream home. However, we needed more space, and we needed more space quick. Don't get me wrong, what we bought is so nice. I love it so much. I really do. And I could see myself being in this for the next 10 years. But we're out of space in our current home right now. That's the only reason that we're moving. I love my house that I'm in right now, but we have just simply outgrown it. And we were just going to go straight from our starter home to building our dream home. But the contractor that we wanted, and it was a custom build, so we went through like an independent contractor, and the one that we wanted was like 3 years out, and then once he was able to start building on our house, then it's going to take like a year and a half to build it. So that was putting us in like 5 years before we were even able to get into our dream house. And if you think about it, that's literally 2030. So I'm just like, I don't have 5 more years in me to be stressed out with space. So instead of jumping into it with a different contractor that I really was not sure that I wanted to use, or just jumping into it in general, I decided, wait, I'm only 21. It's really okay. We decided to go with a modular right now because we could have been in it quick. We literally went, picked out the like general floor plan and everything that we wanted. December 26th. I think January 2nd, we went back, finalized our colors and stuff. Finalized every single thing that we wanted, added what we wanted, took away what we wanted. I added tons of lights, and that was January 2nd, and then January 29th, which is today, we closed on it, and we should be moved in by February 20th. So, literally such a quick process. That's why we went with the modular, and I cannot wait to show y'all. I love this next question, and it is, what is my dream collab? And I absolutely love this question so much because I feel like I really don't talk about collabs much, but my dream collaboration would most definitely be probably GMC or Escalade. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but like, please put me in a brand new Yukon or a brand new Escalade, and I will endlessly post. That one kind of sounds a little out of reach, out of crazy, but go big or go home. Okay, I just tried to adjust my camera a little bit, so y'all bear with me because it's literally, the tripod is propped up on my garbage can and the light is in front of my camera, so I can't even see myself, so if it's not good, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, that brings me to my next question. Why don't I show my kid on social media much anymore? And it's really so simple, and it's my account. I don't want anybody to follow me for my kid. I want people to follow me to watch me. Honestly, I don't mind showing Landry. I don't show him hardly at all anymore. Like, he'll be in my vlog, but you're not going to see his face most of the time. And it's the camera will never be just in his face. But I don't show him much. What really sparked that, like, oh my God, I'm really kind of, really going to buckle down on taking him off, was And it really wasn't even like anything crazy. But there's a fake Facebook page going around, like posting my reels, like that I posted on TikTok and they'd posted on Facebook reels. And that was before I did Facebook. So it was my videos that they were just stealing and profiting off of. And it would just be Landry in my vlogs. And I was like, okay, you can post me all day long, but don't post my kid. Like, I know I post him, but I'm his mama. So it was just different. And it made me sick to my stomach. So I started taking him off slowly. And I was blurring his face for a little while, but now I just try to not to even get his face in it. And if it is, it's a small little clip. But that's why. Next question. Did I go to college? I love school, y'all. I mean, I am a high school and a college dropout, so, like, that might be hard to comprehend. Like, you love college, you love school so much. Why did you drop out of literally both? But I have good reasoning. I really do. I dropped out of high school. I knew that I really just hated high school. As much as I love school, I hated high school. But I think I hated high school because I had so much going on in my personal life. And it was just a lot going on. I was really in the trenches. I was really struggling with my mental health. And when I'm not in a good mental space, I'm not good for anything, basically. But not good mentally. I finished my whole 9th grade year, and I was like, Mama, please let me just go get my high school equivalency diploma. I just can't handle this anymore. I was very severely depressed. For people that knew me my first year of high school, you absolutely just don't know me now because I was in the most depressed state that I've ever been in my entire life. I had just lost my stepdad a year prior, and that whole year it was just so bad. It really was one of the worst years of my life. So I feel like if I did not have all that going on and like my family just had changed a lot, I went from being in a 2-parent household to a 1-parent household. My mom and my stepdad raised me my whole life, and then he passed away, and then it was just very dramatic. It was a really dramatic time. It was a traumatic time, and I could not perform my best or be my best when I was going through that much and had that much weight on my shoulders. I almost felt like I was like the dad of the household since like my mama really didn't have anybody else. So it was just me and my mama trying to raise these 2 kids. Like, obviously she was still raising me, but like I had to step up and grow up so fast to help her. She didn't want to, but she was like, yes, you can get your high school equivalency diploma. I think that she knew I was so depressed that she was just like, I don't want to keep you somewhere that you're not going to be happy in. So my whole family was like, oh my God, no, this is terrible. This is terrible. Do not let her drop out of school. She's not going to be anything. She has to go to school. So then my mama was like, dang, did I make the wrong decision? So then they put me in a different school. So then they put me in a private school in 10th grade. And I think I went literally 18 days. And I was like, I can't do this, y'all. Like, I'm so severely depressed. I can't do this. So I dropped out once again. And I went straight, got my high school equivalency diploma, and applied for college. Once I applied for college, I got accepted immediately and went straight and got all my prerequisites for nursing, and then I got accepted into nursing school, and I was so excited. Like, I was 1,000% planning on going. I went and got fitted for my scrubs. I submitted all my paperwork and everything, and boom, I found out I was pregnant with Landry. I still had planned on going and just, like, being pregnant in nursing school because I just wanted to say that I did it and say that I did have a degree and that I made something out of my life. I didn't necessarily want to do nursing, but like all of my aunts on my dad's side's nurses. Everybody on my mama's side is nurse. Like, literally everybody in my family is a nurse. Everybody's in the medical field. Everybody's a nurse. I almost felt like, dang, I have no other choice. Like, I have to be a nurse. I'm so glad that it panned out the way that it did because I have zero inspiration to be a nurse. I don't want to be a nurse. I don't even want to do anything in the medical field. I'm so happy the cards played out how they did because I probably would not be working, and I would have wasted so much student loan debt and would have wasted my time because I do not want to do anything in the medical field. But I had full intentions on being a nurse and going to nursing school, fully pregnant. But then they said, you'll be in semester of clinicals once you have Landry, so you're only going to be able to miss 2 days. And I said, no, ma'am. I'm not leaving my 2-day-old baby with somebody so I can come back to school. And plus, my school was like an hour and a half away, so I was having to make a 3-hour commute every day. Away from my 2-day-old, it was just not going to happen. So then I said, you know what? I'll get my life together later on, but just now's not the time. That brings me to my next question about having a baby. How did I tell my parents I was pregnant? And let me tell you, I was terrified. I really was so scared. Just tell y'all, I was terrified. I was scared. Your girl was just really going through it because I was like, how am I going to tell my parents that I just got pregnant at 17? Like, I had planned on telling them. I don't know how I got pregnant. I swear, y'all, I was not fully prepared to tell them. I don't know how I got pregnant. I'm Virgin Mary. I don't know what to tell you, but there's something growing. But I ended up taking a little picture of the pregnancy test with like a little onesie. I had it all set up. I did a little cute setup. And I sent it to my mama, and I was very scared. I really was. And then I sent a picture to my daddy. And honestly, I was not scared to tell my daddy at all. He had just got out of prison, and he had been in prison for 6 years. So I really had not talked to him for 6 years. So like, I mean, really, whatever he had to say was in one ear, out the other, because how are you going to judge me when you have been in prison for 6 years? So his opinion was not relevant at the time. But my daddy was literally so excited. I don't know if he was just joking, but I had like a clear blue test and the lid is blue. And he was like, oh my God, it's a boy. And I was like, no, I don't know if it's a boy. He was like, the test is blue. And I'm like, are you dumb? Or are you just joking? Anyways, it was a boy though. Not because the cap of the pregnancy test was blue, but... You know, he had been in prison for 6 years. He had been on the ends. I don't know. Maybe he just like forgot about stuff. Who knows? Anyways, my mama, it did take her some time to process it, but she was excited. She was happy. And she literally loves him. The next question is, how has things changed since I became popular on social media? And honestly, things have changed a lot. Number one being, I get noticed when I go out, so, like, it took an adjustment to that, like, not being able to just push my boogie around Target. I love when people come up to me, I really do, but I was kind of, like, nervous at first, because I was like, what have I got myself into? I'm kind of, like, nervous, like, what if, like, a creep walks up to me or something, or I'm, like, a target now, but I love it. I'm used to it by now. I don't like when I see people taking pictures of me, and they don't come up and talk, because now I'm going to come up and talk to you, and be like, hello, why did you take a picture of me? And then they usually end up feeling weird. People always come up to me and they're like, I don't want to be weird, but I just love you. And I'm like, no, it's literally not weird. I would rather you come up and talk to me than not. Like, I mean, I may not know what to say and I may be awkward in person, but I absolutely love when people come up to me. Another thing that has changed is my whole friend group, I feel like. I feel like I don't really have many friends that I started out with, only because once you make it to like a certain part of success, you really see who your true friends are. And then you see the friends that are like not happy for you and not proud of you and kind of like distance themselves from you because they're almost, I don't know if it's jealousy or they just don't want to see you succeed. But I've definitely had those too. And I'm honestly so thankful that they have weeded themselves out, because I don't want that kind of person in my life anyways. How did I become an influencer? And I mean, honestly, I don't really consider myself an influencer at all. I consider myself a content creator. I know how I have like all my platforms combined, I have over 2 million, but I consider myself just like a content creator. And it's not like how I became an influencer content creator, because honestly, I just set my camera up and I was just doing it for fun, and it honestly gave me something to look forward to and like to actually get myself ready for, since I did not have a job and I was just a stay-at-home mom. I didn't really have a reason to get dressed during the day. I could stay in my pajamas all day long if I wanted to. And that alone really sets you in for like postpartum depression and anxiety, because like you're literally in pajamas all day long and you will lose yourself quick. So it was like my outlet of like my reason to get ready for the day, because I was going to be in front of a camera. I did not start doing it to make money. I did not even know that you could really make money. And then one day, like I was posting every single day, just doing it for fun. And then I had a friend on here and she was like, oh, I made this and this on social media. And I'm like, dang, you can make money on here? So then I was like, you know what? If I'm on here every day and I've been showing up every day for over a year, I'm about to show up 3 times a day. And we're going to see where it takes us. And this is where it has brought us. This question is so funny to me, and it's, why don't we see your mama? Y'all, I've got this question so many times, but I feel like I don't ever hide my mama. I just don't show her. She barely gets on Facebook. She barely gets on Instagram. She rarely even makes a post herself. So, like, when I am with my mama, I don't want to just have a camera in her face, because, I mean, I even post on social media, so who am I to be posting her all over social media? So that's why y'all don't see my mama much, but I will definitely show her. A lot of people ask me, do I look like my mama or do I look like my daddy? And I will let y'all be the judge of that. I'm going to show y'all a picture one day on, like, my Instagram story, and I'll let y'all vote. But I've been told my whole life that I look exactly like my mama. My last question is, did I play sports in school? And even though I am a high school dropout, I did play sports. And I mean, honestly, a lot of people consider cheer to not be a sport, but I think it is a sport, to each their own. But I did do cheer. I did cheer all the way from kindergarten to 8th grade. And then, so what is that? 9 years of cheer. And when I got to high school, I was like, you know what? I really don't want to cheer, because your girl is going through it. And I'm not going to be here much longer. I could already tell I did not want to be there, and I didn't want to be there much longer at all. So I was not even going to waste my time even trying to cheer. So yes, I cheered for 9 years, and then I made it to high school, and I was like, this is not for me. So I'm not even about to waste my time. Anyways, that concludes my Q&A. I know I could have answered more, but this is my first ever YouTube video. Y'all cut me some slack. So excited to start my long form video. So if y'all have any video suggestions that y'all want to see, like I want my YouTube page to almost be like a safe spot, like a 2016 YouTube era, because I absolutely love those. I loved the Q&As. I love the sit down and chit chats. I love the get ready with me's. I also love like the what's in my purse and what's in my book bag stuff. That I literally would look them up the day before school every single year. What's in my book bag? Those were just the type of videos that I liked. Anyways, but if y'all want me to do any other long form videos, y'all give me topics, y'all give me questions, y'all give me ideas, because we're going to try to bring the YouTube era back. Anyways, I will see y'all later. Bye.